standing by.
The following video is a fan-based, non-profit review for the website of Doom. Any indoor materials used in this video are for critical and comedic purposes only and are protected under fair use. Godzilla, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai and Ultraman are owned by Toho Company Limited, Toei Company Limited and Subaraya Productions respectively. Please support the official releases of all these properties. Onegai shimasu.
Complete.
Konnichiwa, Sharpo here, and I'm going to be presenting a brand new series for the website of Doom where I guide you through Tokusatsu. And don't worry, I'm not going to dump you in at the deep end with episode 38 of Kamen Rider Kabuto. I don't even know what that is. But this video is going to be primarily a primer to give you a general idea of what Tokusatsu is and what you can kind of expect from this series. So here we go. Tokusatsu as a word literally translates to special filming, and that's the brass tacks basics of it. Any live action thing that has special effects is generally considered Tokusatsu. It's not specifically a Japanese thing. I mean, they import stuff and label it as Tokusatsu, like Thunderbirds for example. The genre finds its origins in the Kabuki theatre, and they utilised a lot of the earliest special effects. But the genre didn't come into its own until the coming of a Toku giant, Godzilla. Co-creator Eiji Tsuburaya was inspired by the stop-motion animation effect of 1933's King Kong. And long story short, as a cost-saving measure, he created Suitmation for Godzilla, utilising a actor in a monster costume set against miniature models and city sets. It was cheap. It was cheaper and way more time-saving than stop-motion is, and it became one of the staples of Japanese Tokusatsu and as a major component of their culture. This filming style would go on to usher in many of Japan's iconic superheroes in the late 60s, early 70s. Tsuburaya created Ultraman in 1966, while Toei's Kamen Rider and Super Sentai shows came in 1971 and 1975. I would say that many people's earliest exposure to Tokusatsu was Godzilla, because no matter who you are at what point in time in the last 60 years, you probably knew who Godzilla was. Personally, however, I grew up in the adaptation boom in the early 90s when Saban Entertainment took the Super Sentai show Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger and adapted it into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. A slew of Saban Entertainment adaptations followed, with Masked Rider from Kamen Rider Black RX, VR Troopers and Beetleborgs from Toei's Metal Heroes line. And there was many other attempts to adapt Tokusatsu, many other imitators as well. Remember that tattooed teenage alien fighters? Ugh. But they didn't last long, and none of them really had the staying power that the Power Rangers franchise had. I would dare say that Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, at least nowadays, have such a big following from the West because of those early adaptations. We saw those as kids, and we wanted to see what the original was like. So that's what I kind of wanted to do with the show, to to show you what the Japanese do with this kind of show. I know people look down on Power Rangers because it's far too kidified, but from experience, Super Sentai doesn't pull its punches. I mean, yes, it can be written for children, but it doesn't talk down to its audience. So that's what I want to do with this show. I want to inform, educate, and make fun of the silly cultural differences that exist between the West and the East, and make this such a great genre to watch. So that's all I wanted to do with this video. It's not going to be very long. I just wanted to show you what I wanted to do with this series. I wanted to give you a little teaser as to what Tokusatsu is. I've given you the basics, I've given you its origins, and I hope to kick off with my next review a full season of Super Sentai proper. I'm probably thinking Kyoryu Sentai, oh no, because that's Zyuranger. Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuja, which was the latest Sentai in Japan, and it's just finished. It only finished a couple of days ago, and already it's being planned to be adapted in American as Power Rangers Dino Charge. So get hyped. But if you have any suggestions as what I can cover, I'm not going to like review episodes and such. I'm going to review the entire thing as like one video. So if you have any suggestions as to what Tokusatsu show I can watch, or a movie even, like the Godzilla movies or Gamera, please leave comments below, and be aware, I will not be covering Chinese Tokusatsu. Just like Mega Bloks, that stuff is bullshit. So for now, I'm going to leave it at that, and I will see you guys probably next week. Sayonara!